Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017 with the Rude Man. Hey, we're back looking at a new map today. It's called Robillard Flats, and I'm going to check it out, see what it's all about. Let's get to it. All right, so we're on the porch of the farmhouse in Robillard Flats, and the first thing we see is what looks like a golden brain down there. And I don't want that gold nugget, so I'm going to sneak off the side here and see if I can avoid that. Let me jump over this railing here. Right, let's take a look at this place. First off, I haven't looked at this, but just a cursory glance. So I don't know a lot about it. And that's exactly why we're going to take a look at it. So it's going to be a first look. This is by no means a review. As those that watch me know, I don't do reviews. And the reason why I don't do reviews is I don't get in depth on the maps when I do this. That's why I call it a first look. What I do is I'll download a new map and I'll do a run around or a fly around or whatever you want to call it, and just see if it's something that's that looks like something I want to play. So I'm not critiquing it in any way. I'm not reviewing it. I'm not telling you what's good and what's bad, what works and what doesn't. That's not the purpose. The purpose is just take a quick cursory look at the mod and see if it's something that I might want to play. So here we go. This is the original farmhouse right here. This is interesting. Look at the mailbox. It's a John Deere. Isn't that cute? I love it. I just love it. Got a little flag hanging up there. That's really nice. I like that. So let's just do a quick run around. Man, those are bright flowers. Let's do a quick run around here. Welcome to Robillard Flats multi-fruit. And what is that supposed to be? A light, I guess. That's a light shining on the billboard. So right off the bat, we've got Robillard Flats. We got a very good looking round kind of or octagon shaped barn and place for the cattle. We've got a flag flying. It's the United States. I don't know what the other flag is supposed to be. I can't get a good look at it. I don't know what that is unless it's somebody's... good Lord, that scared the hell out of me. What was that? Is there a cat around here? It sounded like a bobcat. Anyway, I don't know what the flag is unless it's some personal coat of arms or something. Here's your milk for making homogenized milk, right handy next to the cattle. And that's cool. So we can make our milk right here for sale. There is a lot of produce on here as far as multi-fruit and production. We're going to take a look at that in a second. I just want to take a quick look at the farm itself. Let me slow my boots down here so I can just take a quick look. So it looks like we've got some fertilizer and some seeds here. I'm not sure whether that's functional or not. There's some fuel. We've got our octagon-shaped barn here. I don't know what this is for. We'd have to get in here and find out. So I don't know if this is some place where we could sell the straw or store the straw. Let's see if I can put a trigger on and see. There is a trigger there. So that might be the case. This might be your straw barn or what they call your hay barn. They call it a hay barn, but you store straw in it. That doesn't make any sense to me, but that's okay. We've got... Gosh, we've got a lot of equipment. We're going to go through equipment in a minute. Let's just take a look again what the farm looks like. Those are good size silos. I'm assuming that's where all your grain goes. And harvest store. Cool. So that's kind of nice. You got free roaming chickens, which I don't really care for. They don't... They're not bad. I just don't know why people want free roaming chickens. But there you go. Seemed like it'd be hard to keep the animals away. Alright, here's the shop, it looks like, or somewhat of a shop. It looks big and long. The doors are big enough to get in and out of. There's your sheep pen over there. We've got another little Quonset hut here for equipment. And we got your poo-poo containers here. Now, that's odd. Usually the poo-poo is with the cattle, not the sheep. I don't know. Well, okay, the cow barn, I gotcha. The cow barn is very large, and it does come all the way down here. So I would imagine, okay, so there's pipes going underneath to collect the poo over here, I guess. You have your mixing stations. That's always nice. Let's see if they're the normal ones. They are barley and wheat, potato and sugar beet, and corn and soybean. That's pretty common. Let me put my speed boots on. We're going to see what the other one is like. All right, so we've got your silage, your straw, and your grass and hay. So those are pretty common. And you've got your silage clamps here. You've got your piggies right here. So all the animals are centrally located. I like that. I like it. I like it. All right, let's see what we got in this barn here. I'm on top of it. Look at it. Picked me up. Look at it. That's funny. I like that. That's cool, man. Cool. Wow, it goes straight up, doesn't it? All right, so here's some more equipment. Good Lord. You don't start with any money. You start with about $20,000. But goodness gracious, you get a lot of equipment. Look at all the equipment. Wow. Well, and if you don't like it, you can sell it and buy your own. I like that, too. To me, the perfect map is where they give you several $1 million and no equipment, and you just buy what you want instead of what they think you should have. So, okay, now this is a little different. I thought this was a silage silo, but I don't think it is. You put manure in it, and you get slurry out. Is that the deal? Okay, we've seen that before, have we not? And we've got a compost maker, and interestingly enough, it doesn't. Well, maybe it does. So it takes fuel, but let's see what it says here. All right, we process these products: potatoes, sugar beets, chaff, silage, grass, windrow, dry grass windrow, wood chips, straw, and manure, used for gardens, greenhouses, and for sale. So you can make compost for your other production. We've got over here a silage maker. All right. So you don't have to put your silage maker in. Now what they've done is they've changed this from digestate to slurry. And that's okay too. And it looks like we can use hay, grass, or chaff, which is always good to know. Over here, we've got your machine that makes what? Okay, let's run up to that. Liquid manure straw, and the output is manure. And okay, so we're able to take the slurry if we want to and make regular manure out of it. That's good. Good to know. All right, is this the same building we were just looking through? It is. Okay, now over here we've got your water, your seeds, your fertilizer, and your diesel. And that's pretty much for the main farm. It looks like it's pretty well set up. The animals are all lined up in a row and all that kind of stuff. And so I like it so far. Let's get to the interesting parts that I noticed. And first of all, we're going to take a look at what we can do on the map. So let's run up here and let me turn my thingamabobber on here. And we're going to take a look at what we've got. First of all, let me jump over and do some maintenance. The first maintenance I want to do is turn the plant withering off, because if I decide to play this, I don't want to restart this after I've been looking at it. So I'll turn that off. I turned this off initially to start with when I first start a map, because I don't want to do all that fertilizing. Because usually you don't have the equipment. In this case, you probably do, because he gave you a lot of equipment. And I hate this helper stuff, so I want to buy all the stuff myself. I don't want the helpers to do it, so I turn all of that off. I put it down to real time already. I didn't notice any traffic, but I'm going to turn that off too. And let's see, we need to do what else? Let's jump to the next page, or back to the first page, I guess it would be. And we are going to make sure the radiodynamic stuff is off. We got miles and dollars. That's all good. And let's go to the statistics page because I want to see what he's got for storage. Okay, it looks like he's got 5 million, is it? So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we shouldn't have to worry about the storage. All right, now let's go to the production. Oh, right off the bat, it looks like we've got animals. There's breeding sheep. I did not know that. Okay, so we have pigs, which we already have 20. We have breeding sheep. We have sheep, which we have 20. We have breeding cows, of which we have 0. We have regular cows, of which we have 20. And we have breeding pigs. So we have both kinds of animals. That's good to know. Let's jump again back. And I want to look at the production. Okay, so starting up at the top here, we have all the normal fruit, all the way to sugar cane. And then we get into the slurries and the poop-oops. And it looks like we've got our milk. We've got, this is, I imagine, homogenized milk. There must be a refinery on here because we have fuel. We've got wool. We've got wood chips. We've got hay and silage. We've got, this looks like oats. We have weed. We have weed. We don't have hemp. We have weed. So there's marijuana on the place, and we can sell it. We can sell it at Farmer 2, Farmer 3. Farmer 2 and Farmer 3 are happy guys, I guess. And we can also sell it at the Price Chopper. Interesting. There's a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Interesting. The Happy Hippie. Why cannot we sell the weed at the Happy Hippie? Interesting. We have cotton. Let's go back up here. I'm not quite sure what this is. We have something else. Is that millet? I don't know what this is. We have 30,000 units or whatever this is. This looks like, I don't know, mustard. I'm going to have to check this out. I don't know what it is. Peanuts we've got. We've got, is that spelt? So there's sorghum. There's all kinds of different crops. We have grapes. We have beans. We've got onions and carrots. Oh my. What's the difference between, what is this then? Liquid sugar? I don't know. We're going to have to check this out. I don't know what this is. It must be either steamed or washed because it's got a water symbol by it. So those are sugar beets, onions. No, those are sugar beets. What is that? Oh boy, I'm getting confused. Let's just keep going. Okay, I think this is steamed potatoes and that is washed potatoes. We've got, it looks like apples and cherries, so there's all kinds of fruit. We got all kinds of vegetables. We've got beer. We've got wood items. We've got charcoal. Oh my God, there's a lot of production here. We've got your sausage, your steaks, and your chops. We've got tobacco products. We've got cigars. We've got whatever that turd thing is. And we've got fish. We've got cheese. We've got butter and yogurt and sugar, oh my, and homogenized milk and oil. We've got barrels, which I don't know what this is, unless it's barrels of whiskey. I don't know what this is either. We're going to have to find out, but it looks like there's lots of production. Look at all the furniture we've got we can make. We've got canola oil, potato chips, barbecue potato chips. We've got cannabis. That's what goes to the Happy Hippie. The cannabis goes to the Happy Hippie, and I don't know what the difference is. Unless there's medical and other. Don't know. There's a tree symbol here. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. And pallets and other brown sugar and white sugar, looks like. Okay, so there's lots of production. So now that we've looked at that, I want to look at the map because this is interesting. The reason I want to look at the map real quick is, let's see, let's pull up the map. Map. If we look at the map here, and, okay, I've got this silly... You know what? It might be easier to look at the inside map. Let's do that. It's not transparent, so we can get a good look at it. Okay, if we're looking at this, what does this look like to you? If you've been watching me play for the longest time now, I've been playing a map called Canadian Ultimate 10. These fields are set up just like that. Not quite, but if you remember, I've got this great big field down here at the bottom that I was using this area here to get grass from. And there's this great big one here. And then you've got your Walmarts up here, and you've got your fruit and everything in here. I'm talking about the Canadian Ultimate now. That you've got all the Walmarts and the fruit and all that. And then over here you've got all the fruit and stuff. This looks very similar. This map, the fields look very similar to that. Now, I don't think they are. I'm just saying that they kind of look that way. Interesting. That's interesting to me. So let's go back, and I tell you what I want to do. I'm gonna lease a helicopter, and we'll take a look and see what it looks like from the air. Oh wow! Oh, guy's got a nice greenhouse right next to the farmhouse. That's sweet. Right. So before I do that, though, let's run through the equipment and see what we've got. All right, we've got a front end loader. We've got tractors that are pulling trailers. We've got combines. We've got the forage combine. We've got looks like some kind of a windrower. We've got a mower. We've got a tedder. We've got right there is a Grim. Which one is that? Which Grim is that? Well, we'll come back to it when we get to it. This Grim here, this is a Holmer. So there's your sugar beets. This is your potatoes. There's your forestry equipment here. Your Scorpion. Looks like you've got two of them. You've got a huge case tractor. We've got a truck and a lowboy trailer. We got a pickup. We've got another tractor and a seeder. We got another tractor and a poo-poo thing, a poop spreader. We've got your logging truck, another truck and trailer. Holy smokes! More forestry equipment, the Buffalo, and another front end loader, and they call that different. What is that? That's a telehandler there. And we're back to the start. That's a ton of equipment. So you really get a lot of equipment to start with. All right, so let's go to the shop, and I want to grab myself a helicopter, and we're going to take a look from the air, see what it looks like. I'm going to lease it because I don't have enough money to buy it. I've only got $20,000. Now I got to run through all the equipment to find it. Bear with me a second. There it was. All right, let's get this thing in air. Before we do, let's get this course plate turned off here. Let's see. I think we need to do that, and we're going to do that right there. And we'll wait till this thing gets wound up. It's got to get all 24 rubber bands going. There we go. Let's back camera up a little bit so we can get a good look. All right, now we are at the dealership. Look at all the rigs they've got laying around here. There's rigs everywhere. And in mods past, when you put that many pieces of equipment out in one place, you're going to get some FPS issues. So I don't seem to be having any, but then I got a beefy computer. So we'll have to check on that and see what that's all about. In the meantime, let me put my map back up. So here we are on the west side, and there's field 26. Now, if this was Canada, we'd see a bunch of Walmarts and a bunch of production here. So I'm not saying that he's used the Canada map as a base here. It's just unusual that it looks the way it does, because the two main fields, 26 and 25, on that side, and the fields going up, they are so similar to the Canadian map. So similar. All the production that's in the Canadian map is gone, though. Well, I shouldn't say all of it. The production still may be here, but it's different. It's different. It is different from the Canadian map. I'm not saying it's the same. I'm just saying it's kind of odd that the fields are similar. Not to complain. I like the Canadian map. So the only thing I had a problem with the Canadian map was that it had too much. It had like now again, for you, those of you with OCD, I am exaggerating. It didn't have 20 Walmarts, but it sure felt like it. So this is where we take care of the animals for sale, and it looks like we can sell manure here. There's a Walmart, and that's what I said. See, this is about where Walmart is on the Canadian map. So there's a Walmart. The only problem with the Canadian map, and I heard other people say the same thing, why do you need 15 Walmarts? Why do you need... because the Canadian map had tons of fruits and vegetable places that you could use. I've even said many times with the Canadian map that it would be perfect for multiplayer, because one person could have fruit trees and vegetables, and so could another. So you could have your separate farms and stuff, because he had so much stuff on that map. So here's your BGA. You've got lots of forestry up here. And that appears to be what this is, a forestry area. Looks like you got a pallet maker down there, a pallet board maker, I'm sorry. And there's your chip maker over there. You got a big barn for storing equipment. You've got another, oh, interesting. Let's take a look at this. You've got another compost maker, but what, oh, okay, pallet machine. Is that what that is? Right. Okay, so you got a pallet machine. And it's a double pallet machine, just like the Canadian one. Now, I haven't done it yet because I wasn't aware that this looks so much like the Canadian map. But I was going to go look to see what the author was on the Canadian map and see if there was any relation to the author on this one. And I will put a link to the download page that I used to get this map in the description. So if you're interested, you can go download it. And for those of you that already download from ModHub USA, that's where I get it. That's where I got it. All right, so what do we got down here? There is a lot of production on this map, so I'm not going to look at every little thing. You're going to have to get on it and drive around and see what you think. But my initial reaction is it looks like a fun map to play. So I might take a quick look at it because I'm looking for a new map to mess around with. So it might as well be something like this that I can get my teeth into. There's a is that a Napa store? What is that down there? Auto parts. All right, and then over here, what's this? Oh, it's they're flying the prisoner of war map. That's some kind of a hardware store, Tractor Supply. There's a service station here. Harold Super Service. There's the Kentucky Fried Chicken, of which you can sell stuff. I'm guessing you can sell your chickens there. And then there's some kind of a storage system here. I'm not quite sure what that is. We buy your crops. Pollen grain. Sweet. Alright, let's move on. Yeah, as you can see, some of the fields are really big. 2 of them in particular are really big. Okay, what do we got here? Look at the big map and see. Price chopper is behind us. What is this? This actually looks like some kind of farm. Is this our farm? This is not our farm. What is this? Oh, you know what? I know what this is. This must be where the other animals are. Your breeding animals. Oh, now there tells us what we have. So, outside of the normal fruit, we have black beans, mustard, sorghum, cotton, sugarcane, oats, rye, peanuts, triticale, millet, grape, cannabis, rice, coffee, hops, Sudan grass, and then carrots, onions, beet pulp. God, he's got it all. So we've got another storage area here. Let's see. Let me take a look. I'm pretty sure this must be the breeding animals. So yeah, this is the breeding cows, breeding animals here. Yeah, we know that from a couple different reasons. One of them is because there's no animals here, and we know we don't have any breeding animals, so this must be where they go. So now where is this? This is in the northeast that the breeding animals are. And there's water here. I hope it's free. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Right, let's get out of here. What's all this stuff over here? Oh, he's got the water, the auto water thing that you have to build. Oh, the gate opens by itself. I didn't have to touch it. What's this? Country Classics, Mackenzie Country Classics. What is this? This is must be where you sell your. Oh, see, this is just like the Canadian map, where you have to bring your animals and dump them here, and it starts making the products, just like the Canadian map. Sweet. All right, cool. And it's right across the street from where you grow the animals. Isn't that convenient? That's very convenient. It's a combine. Look at that. The one at the other farm was a tractor. This one's a combine. Where's the flag? Oh, he didn't put the flag on it. Did he? Yeah, he did. There's a flag. Flag's on the inside, kind of. All right. Great. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's finish our tour. Call it a day. Where'd I leave my helicopter? Where's my whirly bird? There he is. All right, let's get her wound up again. Okay, we're going to take a swing south and east. And that's going to put us back closer to the farm. Let's head out that way. Let's take a look at this terrain once we get up here. There's another good-sized field. Look, it's hilly as all get out. I'm stuck in a tree. Let me out. Oh, my God. Look at the grade on that hill. That's going to be fun. That map's going to be fun. It looks like there's some more forestry up here. All the different colored trees. Right, there's another forestry area up here. Okay. Now we know we've got a lot of production. There's got to be a place that has, you know, all the beer and I think there's a refinery. Look at the hills on that field. Holy smokes. We're going to need a big bud for that. Yes, yes, yes. What's over here? Is this more forestry? lot of people like to live up in the forest, it looks like. Smoke coming out of there. I don't know what that is. Some kind of production. Not quite sure. Let's go down and take a look. Is that the weed factory? Hard to say. Maple syrup? Ah, sweet! Maple syrup. Hey, I don't know if I've been on a map had maple syrup. Bunch of big wind turbines. We got a house of some kind over here. I don't know what that is. It looks like... I'm not quite sure. Is that grass? It's like a grassy area. Place for equipment, looks like. Road coming in and out. There's a little pond down there. And let's see what we got over here. It's field number 20. Now look at that. Look at the size of that field. When you look at the map, it's a tiny field on the map. But it's all perspective, I guess. Because it doesn't certainly look like a tiny map, a tiny field. We got another little farm up here. We've got some poo-poo. I don't know what that's all about. Looks like a place for selling. There's a lake. There's some kind of a little village. Oh, this is your trailer park by the lake. That makes sense, doesn't it? And over here, we've got like a motel. Is that what that is? Or is it just a gas station? It's a service station. And a diner. And whatever this is. Let's see what this is all about. Is this... Let's take a look. Let me get down here. Oh, it's a distillery. All right, so you can... That's what the kegs are for. Whiskey... What does that say? Whistle Pig. The Boss Hog. That's clever. Whistle Pig, the Boss Hog. Yeah, sweet. I think we're getting down the bottom here. There's a BGA, it looks like. Got some tanks there. Is that storage? There's an empty spot to put something that they didn't put on. Like maybe they forgot to put something on. This must be more storage because you got your bulletin board down there. Tells you what all your fruits are. Yeah, there's a nice empty big spot there for something that maybe they didn't put on the map that you might want to have. And it looks like a garden center here. And down here is what? It's either fruits or vegetables or something similar. Let's see what it says here. Oh, okay, so your potato washers. You can wash potatoes, sugar beets, and carrots. So you can wash your fruit or vegetables. There's a car wash. That's handy. So while you're washing your potatoes and your carrots, you can wash your tractors. I don't know what the sign says here. There's another one of them huge fields. Okay. All right, so lumber. Another nice lake. You can go fishing in. Wouldn't that be fun? There's that other big field. Look at the size of that one. This one's kind of wobbly. Whoa, look at this one. Like a washboard. Okay, so we're heading southwest. We're actually heading west on the south end of the map. And we've got some more storage area here, another storage area. So it's kind of handy that he's got a lot of storage area close to your big fields here. So if you don't want to run all the way back to the main farm with your stuff. And there's something smoking like a chimney here, because it is a chimney. Actually, I don't see a chimney. I just see smoke coming out of it. Maybe the building's on fire. What are we producing here? Oh, some more maple syrup. Okay. I'm not sure what that takes. We're going to have to check that out. Must have something to do with the... There's the other big field on the west side of the map, so we're right back where we started. Pretty close to it anyway. There's the refinery. I knew there had to be one. So you can make your fuel. And there's the oil production. And another refinery. I don't know what the difference is. We're going to have to get down there and find out. And then there's another one of these buildings. I never did figure out what this was, did I? Maybe I did. I don't recall. And then you got your vegetables over here. So there's all your vegetables and your fruit trees. Now, if they're in more than one location, I missed the first one. This is the only one I'm seeing. And that's fine with me. I hate having... There's another car wash. I didn't like the... Oh, and another empty spot in case you want to put your own stuff in. I didn't like the fact that the Canadian map had like 2 or 3 different places for fruits and vegetables. You just couldn't do that much. Is this another distillery? This must be a distillery for making beer. Lost Nation Brewing. So it's a brewery here. There's a soy milk factory. We got a couple other factories here. What is this? Let's see what this is. What do we have? Oh, this is your weed factory, I think. All brightly colored. Look at that. It's all psychedelic. What the hell does that say? The Happy Hippie. This is your Happy Hippie here, where you can sell your marijuana. And there's a service station. Let's go in a little bit further here. We got some more. Oh man, there's production everywhere. What is this? Let's see what this is. Oh, this looks like a little bit of everything. Flour, wheat. Okay, here we go. Silage? You can package up your silage? Cool, I guess. And potatoes. So you can make 2 different kinds of flour here. And then this must be a sugar factory. Is this a sugar factory? No, it's just part of it. Carrots, onions, soybeans, and wood chips. It looks like it pallets everything up. Okay, so it pallets everything up for you, and then you can sell it. So what this is over here, I'm not quite entirely sure. But it looks like you put all your products in here, and then they're manufactured in these other buildings. So you've got a bunch of munchkins that come out of this building and run over here and actually do it. So there's probably a ton of munchkins. They come in here and they grab a carrot, they run it over here and they stick it in and produce it over here, and then they run back and get another carrot. I think that's probably how it works. What do we have? This is called a cannery. We've got the Humpty Dumpty. The Humpty Dumpty, is that potato chips? By golly, I think it is. Barbecue potato chips. And then we've got, is there regular potato chips? Now, why does that say fish? Interesting. We'll have to check that out. It's a fish thing. Look at that. I think what they've done is they've used a fish production building and made it so it does potato chips. I think that's what they've done. Nothing wrong with that. No sense of reinventing the wheel. This is owned by dairy farmers. This is the dairy. Good thing it's owned by dairy farmers since it's making milk and stuff. So you got your yogurt, your butter, your homogenized milk, and your cheese. And again, this looks just like the one that's in the Canadian map. I keep coming back to that. I don't know if it's the same author or not. And it's okay because they're not the same. They're not the same map. It's not the same. It's different in different ways. Here's the sugar factory. All right, so see, the sugar factory looks just like that factory over there. So, and the only difference is you're putting your fruits in here. Fruits accepted, sugar beets and sugar cane. It takes both of them. Interesting. I like that. I don't like it. It's nice that you don't have a separate sugar beet factory and a sugar cane factory. So there you go. You've got your different kinds of sugar. I don't know what that is. It doesn't matter. So here's your sugar factory. What was this again? This was the Humpty Dumpty. All right. Okay. How am I doing on time? I'm running out of time. Okay. There's your wool place. There's your McDonald's over there. I'm running out of time. Let me jump back to the helicopter. And we'll just take another quick look at the center of the map. So far, I think I like it. I think it'd be fun to play. That's just my personal opinion from the first quick look. All right, let's take a quick look at the map, see what we've missed. We're actually really close to where we started because it looks like the dealership is right above us, to the north of us. So it looks like we've pretty much seen it all. I don't think we've seen every detail, but we've seen the map pretty much fully. I mean, there's a couple of things I have questions on as to how they work. I've never done maple syrup. I don't know how that works. It looks like the fields are good size. I did not look to see what you actually own. Let's see what you actually own. You own field 1 and 15 and 31, 32, and 33. And 37. What's 37? Is that a grass field? I bet it is. I bet 37 is a grass field. You own 4 and 5 also. Oh my God. You actually own quite a bit of property. You own 27 down here too. And 33, oh no, we already did 33, sorry. 38, you own 38. That might also be grass. So you've got quite a bit of land here. Field 1's a fairly good size one. 31, 32, and 33. These are all around the farm here. Interesting. Okay, so hey, you got a good start on it. Got a good start on making yourself some crops. There's 15 right below us. So you can see that's a pretty good size field, even though on the map it's actually a smaller field. It still looks like it's fairly good size. This one here is ours also. It's field 31. And again, it looks like a good size field, even though on the map it looks small. 32 really looks small, but it's a good size field. It's not too bad a size. And then we own 33 right there. And here's our farm again. Too bad we don't own this one. It's the closest to the farm. We do own it. Here's number 1. We own it also. It's a good sized field. And we're back on the farm. And with that, I'm going to call this an episode. I hope you liked it. I like this farm. I think I'm going to play it. I hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you back in the next episode. And remember, I'll put the download link in the description if you're interested in this in this map. So happy farming to you, and I'll see you next time.